What's up, dude? Here's the deal. I'm gonna take this pirate dart gun and I'm gonna fire it into that world map over there, and whatever country it sticks to, I'm gonna make a pizza inspired by that place. Let's go. Here we go again, and last time, believe it or not, we hit Italy. So we made a regular pizza. Today, hopefully it gets weird. Blindfold me. Blindfold. Okay, bring me my pistol. Spin me up. I hope it's something weird. I really hope it's something weird today. The rule with this series is no reshoots. Am I good?
Wait,
Are we ready?
countdown.
3, 2, 1. What do we got? Is it 50-50? So it's 50% on Brazil, 50% on Peru. We're gonna flip a coin. Tails for Brazil, heads for Peru. Here we go. What do we got? What is it?
Tails.
Tails? Brazil it is. Oh, Brazil, with your samba, your soccer games, your carnival, your beautiful women, your beaches, your jiu-jitsu, your beautiful women. Now listen, based on my current research, Brazil is home to 40,000 pizzerias. And while it would have been reasonably easy for me just to recreate a pizza they would make in Brazil, I want to do my own Brazilian-inspired pizza. An important distinction to make for this video. I'm not going to be dipping this pizza into ketchup, okay? Brazilians, do you do that? So without any further ado, let's make this Brazilian pizza. Now we're going to start this pizza with making some chimichurri sauce, and I know what you're thinking. Do not come after me in the comments. I know that chimichurri is originally from Argentina or maybe Uruguay. However, in my mind, it just happens to be the perfect sauce for this pizza, so that's what I'm making. And let us know if you're from Brazil, do they eat a lot of chimichurri there? I think they do. I don't know. No matter where it's from, it's super delicious, and today I'm going to show you how to make the most bright green, vivid chimichurri of all time. This is incredible. Here I've got parsley, cilantro, mint, and basil, and all I did with these herbs was just remove them from the stem just like this. Same deal for the mint and the basil and cilantro. Now this next step is called blanching, and it's an incredible way to get a bright green, vivid color out of your vegetables, or in this case, herbs. Yes, I say herbs, all right? From the UK, represent. How do you do a K with your...
Is it herb? Is it herb?
Fish and chips? It's got an H in it, all right? And so now I'm taking half of my herbs. I repeat, half of my herbs, not all of them. Straight in, make sure you get them under the water like this right away. And as you can see here on camera, look at that difference in color that's just happening already. They just went in. Something about chlorophyll and layers of gas, and I don't really care about the scientific reason. I just care if it works. That's me personally. Now after just a minute, ice water ready here on the side. That's another important thing, have that ice water ready. In go the herbs, and we're shocking them, thus stopping the cooking process and locking in that green color. This is the same process you would use if you wanted to make any isolated herb oil, like you could do it with just basil or just parsley or just chives. And each herb will actually give you a unique shade of green, which is pretty cool. Now let those herbs sit in there for just 20 seconds, just to cool them off, and then squeeze out a little water straight into a dry paper towel. Don't use a wet paper towel, obviously. I don't know why I said dry. They come dry. Next, have your cameraman stick his hand in the ice water and time how long he can put it in there for. Hey Siri, start a stopwatch now. Hey Siri, it's not working. Hey Siri,
Do I
go. Just do one hand, or you can do, I think one full. All right, you know what?
Doing two.
Do two.
I've been doling out whoopings.
Closed fist though, that's kind of weak. There you go.
I have
There we
huge
go.
giant
There we
hands.
go. Good 15 seconds.
Hope you have all day.
37 seconds.
See, it's easy for a guy like me.
Next, just roll up those herbs. Just really squeeze them out. You want these to be as dry as possible. Oh, yeah, okay. Now have a look at this, my friends. Look at that, all those herbs. And look, it's like literally like a tablespoon of matter. Now you could use a food processor or a blender for this. I'm just using a blender. It really depends on the kind of blender you have. And I'm just putting in my herbs here, the blanched ones. A little bit of shallot, a little bit of garlic, touch of chili flake. And next I'm putting in avocado oil. This was in the freezer for about 20 minutes. Whenever you're making these kind of green sauces, heat is your enemy. If it gets too hot, you'll lose your green color. You can even throw your food processor or blender in the freezer as well, but the oil should be enough today. And so I'm starting with this avocado oil, and I'm gonna start by blending just this. If it stops turning, you might need to add a little more oil. I'm gonna blend just for about a minute, open it up, and now I'm gonna add my fresh herbs in. Those blanched herbs give you that amazing color. The fresh herbs give you that amazing fresh taste. You get the best of both worlds this way. Blend again, just for a few seconds here. At this point, I'm adding now olive oil. I add that last because if you add olive oil too early, it can get a little bit bitter if you over blend it. So going in with the olive oil and salt. Now you'll notice there's no acid in here yet, no lime, no vinegar, anything like that, and I will tell you why in a minute. Blend again. If you're using a Vitamix like me, Be really careful that you don't over blend it. These blenders are so powerful, they can actually heat up your sauce. So it feels good, it's still cold. If for some reason it did get warm, take a bowl of ice, take another bowl, put it in that and pour it in there so that it will cool down immediately. Here we go, look at this incredible green color already, but as this sits in the fridge, it will even deepen a little bit more in color. That just looks so fresh and good. Scrapey, scrapey. I'll pop this into the fridge right away to keep it cold. Now in another vessel, I'm gonna juice some limes. This is gonna be the acidic part of our chimichurri sauce. I'll tell you why we do this in a sec. You could just use all lime juice if you want. You could do lemon. I like doing a 50-50 mixture of red wine vinegar and lime juice. So that's what I'm making right here. Now here's what I would do when you're ready to use some. Take some of that chimichurri base, put it in a little vessel. Just take what you're gonna use in the moment, right now, this day, and then add a little bit of your vinegar mixture there. Taste it to make sure you got that right. I love that balance. Now the reason that I do this is to keep that green color. If I were to make this sauce and then blend it with the acidic ingredients, the vinegar and the lime juice, the next morning it would be overcooked green bean green, if you know what I mean. It would have lost all its color. It would still taste good, but it would look terrible. This is a trick I use so I can keep that green color. Hope that makes sense. Now before we cook this beautiful steak, let me introduce you to Trade Coffee, which is the sponsor of today's video, and I really think they can be an incredible addition to your New Year routine. Trade is a coffee subscription service that allows you to experience curated for you coffee delivered straight to your door. Personally, I've been using Trade Coffee for an entire year now, and it has just been a super fun way for me to experience new coffee. Trade has built relationships with over 55 roasters nationwide so you can enjoy the best cup of coffee from the comfort of your own home. And one of the things I personally love most about Trade Coffee is that they roast their coffee beans right before they get delivered to you. And if you know anything about coffee, having those fresh roasted beans will get you the best flavor possible. Personally, I love my coffee most in espresso form, so Trade sent me these really cool 2 dark roasts. This first one is Mother Tongue Coffee Nebula Dark Roast, and it is seriously one of the best espresso roasts I've ever had. This next one's a local company from Austin where I currently live, and it is also fantastic. I have nothing but great things to say about Trade. Visit drinktrade.com/thatdudecancook to sign up and save $15 on select plans, and get your first bag of coffee for free. What do you think is under the paper, my friends? You really think I could make a Brazilian pizza video and not do picanha? I mean, we're doing picanha. Look at this beautiful, luscious triangle of meat. That looks really good. I freaking love picanha. Shout out Guga. Let's do it. What I'm gonna do first is score it. I just like this little bit of texture I get on the fat when I do that. I also just like scoring things. Now I'm going for the Brazilian way here, just salt. I worked at a hotel near Aspen for years, and we used to have a lot of wealthy Brazilians come up and ski in the winter, and they would always request everything without pepper. I think they really dislike any kind of spice. Even pepper to them is spicy. I think that's true, I'm pretty sure. Now let's take this thing outside and cook it in the pizza oven since we have it fired up anyway for the pizza. I'm gonna cook the picanha at the lowest temp of my new Gosney pizza oven. Been using this thing for a few months now. It really is triumphant. Is that a good word for it? It's triumphant. I freaking love this thing. It's an incredible pizza oven. We've actually done this before as an experiment, but we cooked it at full blast and it did work, but now I've just turned down the heat, and low heat for this thing is still like 700 degrees. So this is gonna cook pretty quick. And I'm gonna give this a little rotation about every 2 minutes or so. We're sitting at around 625 degrees Fahrenheit right now, and it's cooking away nicely. There it is after about 5 minutes. It's looking really good. It's been 20 minutes, I'm pulling it out. There we are. It just hit about 125 internal. Put a little bit of that hot fat over. I don't know, that looks good. And I'll let this rest for a good 10 minutes while we make the pizza. Pizza dough, if you want to learn how to make that, I will put a link to that video in the description below. This is a Neapolitan style pizza dough. Of course, you can use whatever. Actually, in Italy, they use a lot of thin crust, almost cracker crust like pizzas. I just like this dough, so I'm using it. Again, Brazilian inspired, okay? I'm no pizza master at all. I've been practicing a little bit, but it's hard. It's hard to do this pizza thing by hand. See people go like this, they go like this, they go like that. There we go, pretty happy with that. Next, tomato sauce. I was trying to look for some kind of Brazilian sauce to do down here, but I didn't see a lot. I saw one really famous pig stew thing, but it's usually made with like ears and feet, and I didn't want to get involved in all that really. So, tomato sauce going down. Recipe for this sauce is also in that same video with the pizza dough. Looks like an appropriate amount. Cheese, I'm going mozzarella. The Brazilian part is really more about the toppings. Okay, that looks good. And then I'm doing some peppers and just some onion. Let's go ahead and get this on the paddle and take it outside to cook. Just about 2 minutes and that's done. All right, the picanha has had a nice long rest. Let's go ahead and just Oh. Oh, dude, the crispy fat on there. Oh my God. Now, my plan here is to get really thin slices for the top of this pizza. So I'm gonna go ahead and get these slices done quickly. Oh my God. Wow. Look at that. Dude, that's really good. Let's finish up our pizza with the picanha steak and the chimichurri sauce. It's got the picanha, it's got the chimichurri.
Smells good.
This is Brazilian inspired. Here you go.
Hell
Wait, hold on, let me
yeah.
get that. Wait for me to get my slice. Wait for me to get my slice! A little more chimichurri, why not?
It's actually awesome.
It's a lot better than I thought it was gonna be.
Oh my God. It's like an open-faced steak sandwich.
That's yummy. Something about the chimichurri here, with all that fatty cheese and steak, and it's just really good.
I love it. It's a total win.
It's a win. I think we should give it a rating. Like,
Oh, well, since this is the first weird pizza, 7.5.
I think it's a pretty fair rating, Marcus. I'll go 7.3 out of 10. No, 7.6.
I was gonna say.
7.6. I think it deserves a little higher rating.
Yeah.
It's good. Anybody who eats that is just gonna be like, yeah, dude. Oh, dude, yeah, dude, yeah, dude, no, dude, yeah. Thank you for hanging out with me today, my friend, and watching me make this weird pizza. Make sure to subscribe so you can see which country we're gonna hit next. Down in the description, you will find links to a lot of the products, tools, and equipment I use here in my kitchen if you're interested in stocking your own. We also have a master in the making digital book with 55 of my favorite recipes. And if you want to keep learning today, there are 2 more incredible recipes to my left and to my right that you can enjoy. Until next time, you know I love you and I'm out.